Uh, Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Awooga, awooga. It's your favorite Hikinichi idol, Rachie. Hello! Hello, everybody! Oh my god, why isn't my arm working? Hi. Okay, my hands are working. My hands are working, guys. Hello. Oh, actually, no. Am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something stupid? Maybe I am. One sec. There's this, there's music, and then we can finally jump into the stream. A head pet, thank you. Oh my god, hi Swiss. Oh my god, stream from my Oshi. Oh my god, I'd better be your fucking Oshi. If not, it would be weird for you to mod me and stay here all the time if you didn't enjoy me. Oh my god, are you actually just hating on me? Are you just hating on me while I stream? Oh my god, I knew it. I knew it. It hurts. Why would that happen? Hello, hello, it's your favorite Hikinichi idol, Rachie. I'm actually gonna tweet out. I wasn't able to tweet out. I was literally working, doing stuff right up till I pressed, right till I switched scenes just now. Oh my god, it's so difficult to talk. Guys, smile, you're on camera. Okay, there we go. Yippee! I'm a hate modder, you know how it is. No, I don't. This is news to me. My goodness. This is so sad. Rachie hates stream pugs. You joke about that, but I am the president of my own hate club. You will never beat me. Nobody hates me more than I do, and I can bet on it. Not even the TikTok haters can compare. You want to see a real hater? Come meet my family. I'm telling you. Let me see. Let me tweet this out. We are live on Twitch. Okay, there we go. Name one Rachie mod that isn't a hate modder. Frenzy, are you out there? If you're out there, say psych. Say psych. Real haters are on IG Reels. You know what? I believe that. If real haters are on IG Reels, that's true, but those are like normie haters. Although like I don't know, nothing compares to the vitriol of the people who are like chronically online. Do you know what I mean? Jacket, hello. Right, hello. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing. Okay, so today we're gonna be chilling out, and then after that, I wanted to play that new there's like this retro video store sim that I wanted to play. So we're probably gonna do that. Not me. Oh, that hurts. I don't hate you, but you're also not a mod, Yomi, so I don't know. Rachie knows how to keep her friends close, but her enemies closer. And it's really funny because somebody pointed this out today. We were in call in the Discord server, and then I made Pharaoh a mod, right? Because he's just like, give me a sword, everybody. I have a sword for all the girls in your friend group. I don't have one for you. And I'm like, all right, pick me, boy. And so I gave him a sword, and he realized that he can do so much with it. And he's like, why can I do so much? I'm just a mod. And I'm like, all of my mods have admin access on my Discord. So if they hate me, they could ruin my life with just one single step. One single step, guys. Pharaoh was begging for it. You can ask him about it, I guess, if he was begging for it or not. If Rachie has 1 million haters, then I am one of them. If Rachie has 10 haters, then I'm one of them. If Rachie only has 1 hater, then that's me. If Rachie has no haters, then that means I'm no longer on Earth. If the world is against Rachie, then I am with the world. You just read out my family creed. My God. With power comes huge damn responsibility. It's a Discord server filled with, well, they're not 12 anymore. How long has it been? Let's just say 20-year-olds. We'll be okay. Neg, hello. Want to see a real anti-hater? There you go. Oh my God, you're so sweet. I thought you couldn't donate anymore, Neg. You're so sweet. You don't have to. Take care of you. I think that was you who sent it in, right? Take care of your Switch too, I think. It's crazy that Pharaoh was given Discord mod, but poor Yamu. Yamu's not a Discord mod? Oh my God, does he want that much responsibility though? Is he okay with that? Again, with great power comes great responsibility. Yamu, if you're asking for it, I shall give. I actually don't know if he's even in the Discord server. Oh my God. Oh my God, cholesterol. Actually, he is. He has to be, right? Oh my God, he's not! Oh, he is. 見出してみた上の夕これで大満足キラキラの Oh, there we go. Yamu's in the Discord server, you know. No, look, I looked for Yamu using his government signed username and it didn't show up. Apparently, I just had to look for his actual display name. I know, that's why. I was just like, you've been to game nights. Did you leave? Do you hate me? Oh my god, you guys are so no, you know what? This isn't about me. This is about you. This is about you and the fact that I didn't want to place this responsibility on you, and Swiss is making me feel bad for not wanting to put that responsibility on you. With great power comes great responsibility. What the hell? Not even knowing his user ID. No, I put in his fucking user ID. It doesn't search by his ID. It searches for his display name. I had no clue. You can blame me for not knowing how to use Discord, but you cannot try to insinuate that I don't know who's in my Discord server. Come on! This is why you have haters. No, I have haters for other reasons. We know this. It's because I'm so pretty and so young and so accomplished at such a young age. My goodness. It's beautiful. It's beautiful here. I promise. We hate it. You get your we get it. You hate your moderation staff as much as we hate you. It's mutual. Let's shake on it. Shake on it with me, Swiss. You promise to always hate me as much as I hate you. No, what the hell? You can't do that to me, Pharaoh. Bods, get Pharaoh out of here. Oh my god, Pharaoh's a fucking mod now too. This is okay. This is why I did. You know what? I'm taking a 1-week hiatus from streaming to reflect on my actions. Whatever. So you know your Discord, huh? Name all 5,150 users. I know Kev, I know Yamu, I know Swiss is there as well. I know Pharaoh is there. I know Frenzy is there. I know Jugatsu. I know Erisu. I know Pun, Flick, Mark, Nev, Jacket, Rachie, Arrow. Oh my god, it's so difficult for me to name people because oh my god, who else? Who else is there? Oh my god, if I don't name people are, oh my god. I know Eleanor's there as well. I know Maya's there as well. Oh my god, I said Sarah's name! Oh my god, this is a trap. This is a lose-lose situation. No matter what I do, it's over for me. It's over for me. Is it because I didn't give 5 that time? No! What the hell? That's not it! What? Oh my god. Maybe I should take that 1-week hiatus. You know what? Fuck it. I'm taking that 1-week hiatus. Gingerbread, thank you so much for the tier 1 gift sub. A tier 1 for my for all my, because I'm so cute, right? For nothing, right? That just must be it. She's money driven. What? What do you mean the paid chatter rebates were too good to be true? What the hell? What? Okay. No, I don't remember you because I don't pay you, and because I don't pay you, that means your love for me is genuine, right? It's okay, Rachie, if you hit me with the paid chatter, I'll stop you. Stop. Oh my god. I know, Gingerbread, you're also on Discord. For sure. Oh my god. Whatever I do is just lose. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a horrible streamer. I need to log the fuck off. You know what? I'm announcing my hiatus today, guys. I'm announcing my retirement from VTubing. I will exclusively only do music from here on out. Rest of the stream is canceled. Rest of everything is canceled. Rest of my life is canceled. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Not again. Not live. We'll miss you probably. What? What do you mean goodbye? What do you mean tomatoes? I'm just gonna. You cancel your streams. You're so perfect. People 599. Shut up. There's a high probability you'll be dearly missed. Yeah, not by you guys. You guys won't miss me at all. That's what I'm getting from this. It's been a good run. What do you mean you're not even trying to get me to stay? You're not even trying to get me to stay. You're just going, oh, it's been a good run. We loved you. ED, past tense. Wow. What do you mean dumb shit, I guess? Guys, I try so hard to be competent. I literally rushed home to try to make it to stream on time. I still didn't start on time, but I could have skipped stream today. And the first thing you guys do is bait me into showing the fact that I'm not very good at memorizing names. Wow. Are you guys proud of yourselves? Is that it? Are you guys proud of yourselves for everything that you do? Is that it? KP chatter, so please stay. Oh my god. Stay for me, Ender. I love you. I will stay for you, but not for all these people. Everyone else, get out. Also, why are you so short? I'm not even sitting on a chair anymore. I'm just in the void. Your love for you guys' love for me fuels how many things I have in my room, you know? The less you guys love me, the less there are things gonna oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god, the support went so down, guys. I am sustained by your love and your powers, guys. If you guys don't support me, then everything's just gonna disappear. No! I have 2 more free comments. Oh my god, I can feel myself fading. I can feel no, my table disappeared. What am I gonna do? Guys, they're evicting me. If you guys don't love me, they'll evict me. Guys, I only have this chair left, guys. If they take this chair from me, then it's it. That's it for me. Don't you want me to live? Don't you want me to be able to stream for you guys? I dipped the keyboard before the void claims it. What do you mean? I already live in the void. It's already been claimed for the void. I'm also here because, oh my god. Oh my god. They transported her back to Indonesia. They kicked me to small streamer land. Oh my god. Yeah, that's right. Everyone here's a bot. This is so sad. You'll always stream in our hearts. Oh, I'm so generic that you guys can just conjure a version of me in your hearts. Is that it? I have no special value, no value proposition to give to you guys, nothing to offer. You guys can just conjure me in your hearts at any time. Dead internet theory, but it's your stream. You know what? At this point, I'll believe it. Maybe none of this was real. Maybe I've been taking the wrong meds this whole time. And the fact that you guys don't disappear means that maybe my dosage isn't high enough. Maybe I need to take just a higher dosage of the meds, and maybe I can actually finally snap back to reality. You know what? Are you happy, Dad? I'm gonna stop streaming. Are you happy? I'll finally focus on work again. So this is what it looks like when I take my meds. Is this what it looks like? Is this what reality looks like, guys? Is this... Oh my god, you know what? Maybe if I snap my fingers, then maybe something will pop up behind me, and maybe there will be an actual reality, guys. Do you want to try it out? Do you want to see what happens when I snap my goddamn fingers? I swear to god, if this is reality, then I know what's gonna happen. Kakak ini capek sekali rupanya. This is sad and all, but you guys haven't even done your fucking jobs and fake Discord for me. What the hell? Oh my god. You know what? That's on me. That's on me. I'm a horrible employer, it seems. You guys ready? Oh my god, we're here. The void. We're finally in reality, guys. No darkness, no nothing. Honestly, keeping the stream like this is nice to watch in the dark, Rachie, for real. Oh my god. I think I know what you guys would be really happy with. I think I know. I think I know. I think there's only one thing left that I haven't done that will probably make you guys happy. Just here, you happy? You happy? Oh my god. It is what it is, guys. I lost so much support that I have nothing left. That's more like it. Oh my god, so much. You know what? Fuck it, guys. I'm gonna. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. All right, we're ending. This was fun, guys. This is fun. The Rachie stream minus the Rachie. Honestly, does it even make a difference for you guys at this point? Does it? Does it? The disappearance of Rachie. This is real. This is real, guys. I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna disappear unless you guys prove to me that you love me again. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I'm just gonna abstract or some shit. I talk to you guys behind my back. Are you guys ready to be nice to me? Oh yeah, head pat me now, huh? You drove the real one away. All that's left in this place is me. Actually, you know what? Since I'm here right now, where's my beer? Where's my beer? Where is it? I had it in my hand the other day. It's just gone now. Ugh. I found one. There we go. Small kid can't drink? Yeah, suck my dick. All good. Thank you for your return. Thank you for trying to be nice to me. Thanks for trying to make it up to me, you know, like you should. Not that it matters at this point anymore. Violent child? Oh yeah? I'll show you violence. You come here right now at this instance. I got fucking hands for you. Ah. I think she is drunk. I wish I had alcohol with me right now. That would be a really nice end to the day. What are you gonna do? Bite her ankles? Have you ever had your ankle? Sounds like a person who's never had their ankles bitten before. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Uppies! Do you know what my canon height is, motherfucker? I'm 6 foot. You're gonna be the one that wants uppies. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Who is the sassy lost child? Assuming that I'm lost, this is where I've always meant to be. I'm also over 6 foot, Rachie. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? I never specified how much over 6 foot I am. Fight me, Flick. Fight me. Actually, you were nice to me. It's okay. Pick me up. I want uppies. Yippee. I can attest this is her actual height. You weren't that much taller than me. You weren't that much taller than me. But then again, of course, people meet me, they say that I have a gigantic aura. That's just how it do be here. It's just do be like that, you know, guys? Uppies, what's Swiss's canon height? Swiss's canon height is 3 foot. 3 foot, actually. She's tiny. She's a tiny girl. Let me see if I can... Where's all my stuff? No, not that one. Where's my chair? Guys, I lost my chair. My god. You guys hate me so much, I don't have a chair anymore. I can't believe this. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do now, chat? Tell me, what do we want to do? You ate my chair? You ate my chair? Okay, now it is time for beer. You know what? It's time for beer. Let's get some beer. Let's get some beer, baby. Let's see. Why do I keep having to re-download my beer every single time? Anyway. Is this the one? Is this my beer bottle? Ah, finally. Something for me, guys. Yippee! Alcohol. Yeah, baby, let's fucking go. That's my driving juice, guys. I think that bump over there looks just like a deer. Ah, I love alcohol. It's just like IRL when you need to rebuy the beer every time. Okay, but I don't need to rebuy my chair every single time. Okay, what are we gonna do? The cap is still on? Yeah, that's nutrient. Yeah. Ah, so good. Rachie is a drinking problem. Alright, you didn't know me when I was in college. The problem was that she can't drink. Not anymore! Because I'm so cute and beautiful and wonderful and pure. And I'm a girl and I don't drink. Actually, no. All the hottest girls drink. Ugh, it's so sad. Women do need iron supplements. That's right. We do. And I get mine from beer. Remember, it's only vehicular manslaughter if it's accidental. Oh my god, vehicular manslaughter. That's my best friend. Vehicular. Fuck, am I not hot? Am I really gonna get you? Am I really gonna force you to drink while I'm on stream live? You know what? That's just gonna stay on my hand. Whatever. Time to eat the bottle. Gotta get me a beer. Yup, we got a violent chibi drunk today. Only today? Don't you mean a violent chibi drunk every day? Yahoo! This is for all intents and purposes. It's a joke. I actually can't drink anymore. But I like pretending I can. Actually, no, I can still drink a beer. That's fine. I drink with you, but this awooga has to work. Oh, that's right. Some of you guys are at work. Haha, losers. Censor that word for the other guys, won't you? It's pronounced and also and like nothing else, right? Now this is the men haircut. Sign up for Fox. You wanna share a drink with me, Yamu? Yamu, don't get me Tim Tams next time. Just get me like a 6-pack next time we see each other. Hashtag life balance, am I right? Drink on the job. I gotta go to work to meet Rachie at Offkai in July. I hope I see you at my meet and greet. By the way, if you want more violent drunk chibi content, actually no, I shouldn't say violent chibi Menhera content. Did you guys know that I'm going to Offkai? I'll be performing. I'll have a meet and greet. They won't let me have beer, so I won't be this violent, but it'll be very fun. New voice pack idea. Drunk is small Rachie scolding you for not giving her another beer. Oh, did you mean my sister? So funny. Oh my god. Actually though, I'm starting my days off. I think I need to go buy some beers today. I actually think I do have a beer in the fridge downstairs. I'm just too lazy to get it because that also means that I'll have to put you guys on the Be Right Back screen. But cold beer. After I work so hard to not eat so much for dinner, are you telling me that I'm just gonna replace all the calories I saved with a beer? ASMR drunk Chibichi hits you with her car. Oh, would somebody do the honors of doing that for me? That would be so fun. Instead of beer vodka. Okay, wait. For those of you who can drink, is there an alcohol that you guys cannot drink? Is there one that you cannot drink? Rachie's gonna make us get her beer out of the fridge for her to know. Yes. You know what? I think that would be okay. If I do ever have kids, I think that's the first thing I'm gonna teach them. No, that's so bad. Sweetheart, mommy wants her beer. That's horrible. Beers are disgusting, honestly. I wager you probably haven't tried a good craft beer, but beer is not for everyone. A lot of people are saying tequila. Tequila for sure, yes. Okay, love you too, Gingerbread. See you later. Thanks for being nice. Beer is so ass. I'd rather drink whiskey or vodka. You know what? Maybe I only like beer because that was my drink of choice when I was like... I shouldn't finish that sentence. Anyway, I love my wine range. Oh my god, wine is probably the only thing that I probably actively will not drink too much. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but maybe like the older I get, the more I'm just like not a big fan of being wine drunk. It gives me nausea for some reason. It gives me a massive stomachache after. Yeah, that's so true. I don't know why. I like vodka. It's got the least taste other than alcohol, and it's so easy to cover with mixers. For me, vodka is the one that I can't drink the most because I remember when I was definitely of drinking age, I went to my first, I pre-gamed before my first big drinking day with vodka, like I think it was like an Earl Grey lemon vodka or some shit that I made myself, and I downed that whole thing. It was like it was like half a bottle, and I got really drunk and lied down under a tree, and then the EMTs came up to me and were just like, "Are you okay?" And I stood up and I was like, "Yeah!" And I walked to my favorite Japanese restaurant down in my college, and then I ate a whole bowl. I took the bus back to my dorm room and then realized I lost my key on the last day of school on the bus. So I had to march all the way to student services to get a new key, which was like $120. And then I passed out in my friend's room. And then when I woke up, I missed the concert that I really wanted to go to. And then I went to my room and then I started throwing up for 3 hours. It was so bad. It was so bad. So yeah, because of that, I will never drink vodka ever again. Never ask me to drink vodka ever. That sounds about right. I mean, when you just turned 21, I mean, am I right? So yeah, I rate alcohol by the taste it makes when it inevitably comes back out of me, because when it comes back out, when it goes out the wrong way, I and because of that, I do not drink sake. Sake tastes the worst going back up. Did you taste sweet wine? Sweet wine is okay, I guess. Sweet wine is fine. I just don't like the effect it has on me. I drink so much Fireball, I don't know if oh my god, Fireball! Yeah, that is the starter alcohol, is that not? I don't drink anymore since the last time I blacked out. I tried fighting a Marine. You are so responsible. And that is how we should all be. Once you have a bad drinking, once you have a bad alcohol, a bad drinking thing, then you should stop drinking. Am I right? Right, guys? Because that's what everybody does. That's what every sane person does. Am I right? Oh, well, where do we go? With you, dandelion. I remember the days where I downed 5 Long Islands. Oh my god. Speaking of 5 Long Islands, just for the lulz. Oh my god. You guys probably think I'm just an old lady, but old ladies used to have fun when they were in their younger years. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I I used to go drinking a lot with my office, right? I used to go drinking a lot with my office because like that's the kind of office that it was. But because I was such, I wouldn't say I was such a lightweight, but I made really bad choices because I was also the youngest on the team. And one of the days that we went to the bar together, they had a buy one, get one. So you and a friend would have to order a drink at the same time. And I'm pretty sure we were just like, oh, let's drink some Long Island iced teas. But I had no idea that like it would hit that hard. And so I drank 3 or 4, and I remember waking up on my waking up in the kitchen floor, passed out at 3 a.m. My ankle was sprained, and I was face down. And when I stood up, like bits and pieces of the night sort of came back to me. The one of them being that I threw up all over my direct manager's shoes. While I was trying to get into the car. So bad. Oh my god, it was horrible. But yeah, I don't remember what happened, but this was also during COVID, right? So this is when I was living alone. Apparently when I got to my apartment building, they saw me throwing up in the lobby, and they thought I had COVID. So the next day, the building manager came up to like knocked on my door and was just like, hey, so I heard from the other tenants that they saw you throwing up in the lobby at like 2 a.m. Were you okay? Do you have COVID? And he took one look at me and he was like, oh wait, you're hungover, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, I'm hungover. I was hungover. I threw up all over my manager's shoes when he paid for the taxi to get into my car. I was also the only one late for the office because I was the only one pissed drunk. And I had a sprained ankle, which it wasn't the first time I had a sprained ankle. But that's not it, guys. That's not all. You think that that's really bad, right? You think that that's really bad. But so I sprained my ankle. I went to the clinic that was nearby my office, and they were like, okay, we'll just put something on, like we'll just put one of those like healing the medicinal patches on you and you should be okay. And so it got better over 5 days, and it was okay enough that I could actually walk without limping. On that day, I wanted to go back to the clinic. So I went back to the clinic, right? But on the way to the clinic, I sprained my goddamn ankle again. It was so bad, and now my ankle is fucked up. So anyway, never drink, guys. Drinking is bad. Do not drink. So yeah, that ankle is like fucked. Don't drink, kids. It's not. It's something. What do you mean I'm such a disaster? I feel like everybody has these drinking stories now. I have other drinking stories as well. Drink and gamble, kids. Oh, do not do that. Do not do that. Rachie sprained her ankle being drunk AF. I sprained my ankle playing Dance Rush sober. We get it, Pun. You're a rhythm gamer. Wow. That's true. If you do get drunk, make sure you buy out my entire merch collection. Love that. But yeah, it makes for good. I guess drinking does make for good stories. I have a lot. I almost punched a guy because he was hitting on one of my friends at I think it was at a frat. We were drinking. Obviously, the alcohol was free, but one of the guys tried to hit on my friend, and I almost beat the shit out of them. My friends had to hold me the fuck back, and then they were just like, "We are not taking you to another frat again." And I was just like, "Ah," but that was funny, right? Yeah, if you do drink, make sure you have a designated sober person. That's me now. I'm the designated sober person now. I've learned from my mistakes, my friends, but some people are not so lucky. So do not drink. Actually, drink, but be responsible about it. I am actually the designated sober person now. Actually, I'm probably the only one in my family that does not drink a lot. It's sort of yeah. Yeah, you guys can probably understand why, right? Yeah. It's probably better that I'm not that I don't get drunk. I feel like every single time I get drunk, something happens. The last time I was drunk in front of family friends, I ended up doing sit-ups and jumped into the pool. Does that not sound fine? That sounds fine, right? Just remember your limits, that's true. Hi, Rush! I'm sure you guys also have crazy, like, drinking stories as well, but yeah. Stop when your head started feeling dizzy, but Candy, what if the dizzy feeling feel good? Then what then? What would you suggest to all of these hardworking individuals who just want to feel a little bit of relief? Caught a friend, that's good. There's friends that joyously once. Yeah, viral. Yeah. Then keep drinking. Yeah, do not do that. Do not do that. Although a lot of my very fond memories were I don't think they're even fond, honestly, but they're funny. They're funny, and they usually happen when I am drinking, or at least when one of my other friends are drinking with me, which is really really bad. But I mean, that's what happens when you grew up sort of. I don't even know how I grew up. Honestly, my family tried to like introduce me to alcohol really early just to be like, this is what it tastes like. Didn't work. Didn't work. Funny drinking stories start on the Discord for Rachie to peruse and laugh at later. I mean, if you guys want to talk about that, just put it in IRL. I feel like that's funny. Your liver is a muscle treated until failure. Yeah, guys, never skip liver day, never skip heart day, never skip leg day. The trifecta of a very healthy human being. Am I right? Am I right, ladies? Am I right? It's so funny. But I feel like the worst of these like drinking things never happen to me. They always happen to friends around me. There's a guy. Yeah, I might have told this on stream once, but one of my good friends who's also on the internet, who I've worked with. I don't know if you guys know. This is the guy who wrote Doki Doki Adventure, but we're good friends, right? Like we used to drink when I was like still in the U.S. And because of that, and because we lived so close to each other at some point, like we would go drinking a lot. And he introduced me to my favorite bar in the city, which I still go to every time I visit. But anyway, that aside, he would literally go. That bar had happy hour from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Right, so we would turn up at 10 p.m. and then I would dip out at like 1 or 2 because I don't have enough stamina. But he would literally stay till 4 or 5 a.m. Sometimes he would actually walk, because like this was like in the city in Manhattan. He would have to like walk back to Brooklyn or somewhere. I don't remember where he lived, honestly. But he would have to walk back to another like borough on foot because the trains were running in the morning, right? I remember though that there was this one time where he actually, I don't know what happened, but he got super drunk. There was a guy who asked him there was like a homeless guy who asked him for money, and he held out his hat, right, to get like to ask for cash. And my friend was holding milk and poured it into this hobo's hat. And I was just like, dude, no. And we started, like, I pulled him out and I was like running away because, like, that's not good, dude. He was laughing, but I was like, dude, what the hell? It was, I shit you not, that was like one of the like, I don't even know if it's funny at this point. Is it funny or is it just like damn embarrassing for him? I feel like it's really, really embarrassing for him. Because he's so, I mean, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what he was thinking even. Because I asked him, like, dude, what were you thinking? And he's just like, he looked hungry. Like, what the hell? The poor guy. Like, it's funny now, but obviously in the moment, I felt so like, I was just like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's that guy's only hat, too. It was cold. Oh, my God. Guy's stupid as hell. But also, I feel like he got karma for it because the next time we went drinking super duper late, he this is before he moved to where he lives now permanently, but he took the train back. He fell asleep. When he woke up, his pants were slashed, all his identity documents were gone. So I don't know, maybe karma is good. I don't know. Yeah. Why are you guys looking at me like that? What do you mean, oh? What do you mean, oh? What do you mean, oh? What do you mean the fuck? Balance was restored, guys. I'm gonna go down on this hill. God is good. Balance restored in the universe. Deserved. Also, the funny thing was, this was like a week or two before, or actually, it was a month before he had to move. He was gonna move out of the country. So obviously he needed all of his identity documents, no? All of his credit cards, all of his ID and everything. He would have needed that shit, right? Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Karma's a bitch. You win some, you lose some. Yeah. He did not win anything from that experience. That is so true. And I do not think he learned anything from that. But at the same time, it's always a funny story to tell. I've probably taken I've taken all of my friends to that place. It's so fun. But yeah, those are, I think those are all my drinking stories. Actually, I have more, but they're even less appropriate at this point. Why are so many karma stories related to drinking? If you haven't drank before, drinking sort of just like, I don't know, just get wrecked, I guess. If you drink, that basically sends a signals to like the powers that be that it is okay to fuck with you. It might be deserved even. Does he laugh at it or is he embarrassed of it? Honestly, I don't even think he remembers that he poured the milk into the hat. I don't think he remembers. It was so long ago at this point. I don't think he remembers. He's a completely different person now too, so I don't know. The overconfidence juice that causes stories that require karma, probably. That's probably it, isn't it? I don't know. To be fair, it ends up with me getting like needlessly stupid or just plain hungry. Nobody ever tells you how hungry you get when you drink. I don't even know why. Like, I'm drinking, like, the amount of food that I eat, the amount of food that you eat when you drink is just insane. And I'm just like, why am I spending so much money on like drinks and also food? If I did not drink, I would not have to eat this much. Wait, should I try drinking? Hell no. What the hell? Is that what you've taken away from my stories? That you should probably try drinking? That is the exact opposite of what you should be doing. Yeah, the drunk munchies are insane. Clearly a white Russian is the best drink then. The milk sates your hunger while you're drinking. I would throw up if I drank something like that. Alcohol and milk do not go well. Ever. That shit's like acid and alcohol. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? Says the girl who also drinks a bunch of screwdrivers whenever she's at like fun brunch, but whatever. Get a better stomach. You get a brain, Ren. I'm getting the idea of drink responsibly. Drink responsibly if you are of age. People who drink seem like responsible adults. People who used to drink when they were younger and stop are responsible adults. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. But the story about giving the hungry guy milk was 5 minutes ago. Oh my god. Are you telling me that all I needed to do was pour vodka in that guy's hat and it would have just been like a fun cocktail? Wow, amazing. Maybe I could have even charged him for it. That's so mean. That's so mean. Ain't got drunk stories, but zooted stories. That's a different story. That's so funny because like I don't get zooted. I just do not. So all I have are drunk stories. Hat cocktail. I'm pretty sure they serve a hat cocktail like that in a bar in Asia, and then they like sell it for $120. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Alcohol is so expensive these days. If you're not going to like a dedicated bar, if you're going to one of those like, because bars here, and I feel like there's like most of the bars in Asia are not the kinds that are like, you know, you get regulars and stuff. No, they're the kind that serve like really high-end cocktails. They're like, yeah, this is like a spin on a local drink where we put in Fanta flavored syrup, and then we put in Fanta flavored liquor, and then we mix it with vodka, and then we put like condensed milk on it. And then they charge me like 127,000 rupiah for it. I'm just like, bitch, this is just soda gambira. I could probably get this for like 3,000 or some shit. Whatever. Beer and alcohol is he says a little curse, but good for you. Honestly though, like Bailey's is pretty good in coffee. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it just fucking checks, doesn't it? By the way, guys, if you don't know what soda gambira is just Fanta, like the red Fanta or Fanta, whatever, however you pronounce it, with condensed milk, and it's really, really good, right? It's really, really good, but like, just imagine like take whatever drink you want. Like, let's take like an Arnold Palmer or some shit. They put alcohol in it and they can charge 10 times the price. Annoying. The alcohol shrunk her. This is me before I henshin. Sorghum for 3,000. That's so cheap. I don't think I can get sorghum for 3,000 anymore, to be fair. I could probably get it for like 7, 10. But yeah. Red Fanta with condensed milk. It's actually really, really good. You should try it. It's really nice. It's like bubbly. It's, you know what? You don't even have to go to like a bar to get expensive soda gambira though. If you go to like a regular restaurant, let's say one that's owned by a gigantic chain group, they charge you like 50,000 for it. They charge you 5 times what you would get if you just made it, like if you got it like at a Waddle or some shit. I don't know. Are you a soda gambira that's Fanta with condensed milk or Sprite with syrup and condensed milk? I'm definitely the Fanta with condensed milk kind of person. I've never tried Sprite with syrup and condensed milk. That sounds really good though. I've only ever had like the cheap shit with the Fanta and the condensed milk. I would definitely make it myself at home if I wanted to, but every time I think about it, I'm just like, no thanks. You know, it's like, you don't want to see the sausage get made, right? Like, why would I want to know how much sugar is in my sorghum? I wouldn't want to know. Okay, see you later, Cycle Sis. Thank you so much for coming. I can't believe this stream turned into drinking tips with Rachie. Yeah, you bully me, you get Chibi Rachie talking about like shit that happened when she was younger, I guess. It's been a learning experience, guys. I'm nice to you now. I've turned over a new leaf. Sure, Swiss. We'll see later. We'll see later in call. You bullied Rachie back into alcoholism. I wouldn't say that. I still have my water next to me. Miki, okay, thank you so much for watching 5 consecutive streams in a row. That's crazy. That means you were here when I rage quit it, and then you're here now. That's so sweet. Oh my god, Eggman, you also were here last time, and then now you're here as well. Amazing. Happy post Easter Wednesday, Miss Rachie. How are you? Hey, K-Jet. I am. Therefore, I think. Yeah. Drinking in your college days is actually a catalyst in getting wiser quicker. That's fair. I am always of the opinion that the more mistakes you make when you're younger, the more time you have, the quicker that you learn. You know what I mean? And then the more time you have to reflect on everything that went on in your life. What do you mean I think? That's so rude, Viral. I do think, okay? I think, therefore I am Rachie. I am, therefore I am cute. I think, therefore I am cute. Cheers! I miss the days of glass bottle sodas and tebotol in Indo. Now it's all plastic. Oh my god, that was so long ago. I don't even think they still do sell the metal ones, do they not? But it's also been a while since I've like actively gone out of the house. Huh. In the US, it's also really rare to find the glass bottles. To be fair, I feel like the glass bottle Coke is all the ones from Mexico. So it's definitely still maybe there are still third world countries out there that have the glass bottles. I still love them. I still love them. Lots of things that we are missing, that the kids I feel like these days are missing now, that we don't, that like, I don't know, things that we took for granted as kids, and then now it's not here anymore. Like I listened, I was my mom was telling me a story about like, do you know that egg coffee in Vietnam? Like we have a version of it here in Indonesia as well, but it's from Padang. It's like in an area that's like sort of nearby, sort of not. And they would like put a raw egg in there, if I'm not mistaken. It's like raw egg coffee instead of like a whipped egg yolk cream thing. I don't remember. I didn't drink it, but my mom was just like, yeah, I used to just drink that everywhere. And now I don't even think you can get eggs that clean if you just go to a random restaurant anymore. I don't know what it's called though. Kopi I've never had it before. Ever. When I was young, or when I was a kid, my mom was already like, you can't have kopi telur. Like that shit will kill you. And I was like, what? Kopi telur, by the way, is egg coffee. I've never tried it before. I think it is very similar to like the whipped egg thing though, if I'm not mistaken. Maksudnya gimana kopi telur ya, zaman dulu itu bisa sembarangan makan di mana, sembarangan minum di mana aja. Sekarang udah gak bisa minum sembarangan aja. Harus kayak harus yeah, I mean like you just have to like, ya ada kemungkinan besar telurnya itu gak, telurnya kotor atau kurang dibersihin atau apa gitu. Egg coffee does sound kind of fatal, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. You know, you can't just like have that anywhere or whatever. But yeah, it's not gross. I promise you it's not gross. They like whip the egg yolk. They whip the egg yolk to like a I don't know, like the okay, so the eggy smell that you get is like usually from the egg white, right? So if they get like the white away, then the yolk, which is the very creamy part, sort of tastes like condensed milk-ish. But yeah, very. I've never had it. Looks good though. I already have a negative view on Indonesian cuisine. Oh, so you just hate Indonesia, right, Ren? You think you're so special for hating Indonesian food by being an Indonesian who hates Indonesian food? We have so many good things in our country. One of them is food. No, actually, let me rephrase that. We don't have a lot of good things in our country, but the one thing that I love about this place is the food. The food is fucking bomb, guys. Food here is so good. The food here is bussin'. From all the weird ass drinks we have to all the weird ass food we have. If you go to an Indonesian restaurant, sometimes you just like, there's so many different kinds, you know? Like you can't say that about any other cuisine, maybe unless you're talking about like Chinese or like Indian or like places that are big, you know? I think Southeast Asia in general has good food. That's what we have going for us. I love Southeast Asian food so much. We got the spices down. There's so many different combinations of things. Between Indonesian and Vietnamese food, it's just so different too. Like we have so many fried food here in Indonesia, but if you go up to Vietnam, still Southeast Asia, you get more like fresh food, you know? You get like more raw things, more boiled vegetables, more steamed this, cleaner foods, but you still have the like fried stuff. They have spring rolls. If you go to Thailand, they have more stir-fried things. They use different vegetables, they use different herbs, and it's great. Thoughts on Filipino food? If you go to the fucking Philippines, you get basically everything that's good as well. You get Indonesian food, but but you get pork as well. And it's just a fucking melting pot of so many different cuisines there. It's great. Filipino Chinese food is also so good. There's so many good things about our region. You'll change my mind about the cuisine. You better change your fucking mind about country in general. You can hate the people that run this country, but if you hate this country, you're a traitor. Our country is great in terms of, do you know how many people like dream to see the rest of our country, and we don't even do tourism in our own country? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, but Philippines has balut, and I don't think I could ever eat that. But then again, we eat like brains here as well in Indonesia, and I would never eat that either. So I think that's just, I don't know, it's just really fun. It's fun. Singapore also has really good food. I fucking love laksa, man. Laksa's awesome. Balut is good. I can't, dude. That's, I don't want to say it's inhumane or anything, but it's sort of like eating like live shrimp, right? Have you seen the live shrimp dish? I think it was either in like Hong Kong or Taiwan that they had it, but it's like jumping shrimp and like, or like drunken shrimp. Drunken shrimp is also a thing. I just can't. I can't do that. I can't. Big brain is eaten in the Philippines too. Isn't it dangerous? Now, I remember my grandpa said that he really liked eating like cow brains when he was younger, and my mom too, but like apparently it's high in cholesterol and it's just a little dangerous. I don't know. I don't think I could eat that. I can eat like other things. Lung is good. I love lung. I love intestine. Oh my god, grilled intestine is so good. I don't like intestine in soup. Yeah, Singaporean food is good though. I don't know, is roti prata like Singaporean or no though? I don't know. They have like the prata with like the fish curry and then the chicken curry. That's also, I don't know if that's like Singaporean as hell, but I eat that a lot. Um, I love kaya toast. Kaya toast is great. I also love oh my god, laksa, kaya toast. What else do I usually eat when I'm in Singapore? You know what I love that you guys have? I love that you guys just have honey lemon just to drink everywhere. So good. So good. When a drink on a hot day, all I want is just so iced honey lemon. That shit's good. Thank God I had a kebab before the stream. Why do I always end up talking about food? Food is so good. Food is for the soul. I've never had Laos Myanmar cuisine myself yet. I haven't had Burmese cuisine, but Laos food is so good. Just imagine like the best of like, it's like almost, it's like I would say it's like a mixture between Vietnamese and Thai if I really want to go there, but they have sticky rice. Instead of having regular rice, they have sticky rice and it's so good. Oh my god, sticky rice, grilled sticky rice is probably my favorite staple. I've tried so many other food staples, like rice is okay, I guess. Rice is good, noodles are good, but like grilled sticky rice is where it's at. Oh my god, that shit's so good. Is it savory? Yeah. It's savory. Like Laos food is like savory and it's really good. I don't know how to explain it. You have to, if there's like a Laos restaurant near you. I don't know, is it Laotian? I don't know how to pronounce it, but like if there's one near you, you gotta go. Hmong. Is it Hmong? Hmong restaurant near you? You go. You have to go. It's good. It's good shit. Yes, nasi ketan sticky rice. I think Thailand also has a few dishes that you eat with like sticky rice as well. I'm pretty sure like some regions have kaprao with sticky rice, and that's so good. Oh, so good. So good. A simple fried rice and boiled egg sends me to heaven. We also have that here. We have a version of that here, Jacket, where it's just, it's when you put a fried egg on anything, you say it's special. So if you have fried rice, if you put fried rice is nasi goreng. If you put a fried egg on it, it becomes nasi goreng special. If you have mi goreng, which is like fried noodles, if you put an egg on it, it's called mi goreng special. We love that shit. Also, Southeast Asia has really good, they deep fry like their fried egg. Like they put it in a wok and they put like maybe like a few centimeters of oil and they crack the egg into it, and because of that it doesn't turn out like the egg that you put in a regular pan, but it sort of like crisps up on the edges and it sort of puffs up and you get all of those, like if you like the crispy parts of fried egg, like you get that everywhere and it's so good. Extra egg on your martabak special, that's right. I got nothing to add. I'm gonna make butter chicken curry for dinner, and oh my god, that sounds so good. I love Indian food. Don't fucking get me started on Indian food. I've already talked about this. I love Indian food so much. I ordered nasgor special instead into this Chinese place once, and instead they put an offal instead of the eggs. I was disappointed. Oh, that's misleading, man. But I guess like Chinese nasi goreng already has eggs in it, so what are they gonna put? More eggs? No, they're gonna put jeroan on it. Yummy! And people talk shit about UK cuisine. The tikka masala is from here. Oh my god, that's so funny. For those of you guys who are like in the US or something, there's like a running joke that the national dish of the UK is like a butter chicken or a tikka masala. Like, it's Indian food. It's like 100% Indian food. And like, honestly, yeah, it's so real. It's so real. Honestly, outside of like India and maybe Singapore, like I think UK had some of the best Indian food I've ever tried. It's so good. I feel like the UK has a lot of good food too, though. I love a full English breakfast. That shit is good. I love Yorkshire pudding. That shit's also really good. I feel like you guys do like hearty food really well. And you guys aren't afraid to get weird. You have like sheep's stomach and weird shit, and I really respect that. But most of the time, but you guys have a lot of misses as well. You have like a jellied eel pie or some shit. You have a pie that has fish heads coming out of the top as well. I don't know, man. What's up with that? Fish and chips is great. Fish and chips is awesome. The numerous amount of meal with beans. Look, baked beans is probably one of the best foods to have after a night of drinking. You get baked beans, you put a bunch of chilies in it, and it's just, oh, it's so good. It's hearty, it's good. That stargazy pie, I think it's cute as hell, to be fair, but I just can't imagine what's inside. Baked beans are really good, I agree. Baked beans are awesome, but yeah. You know, the only cuisine that maybe not even the only cuisine, but I love trying out new things, right? When I went on this one very commercial cruise, I think we stopped in the Netherlands, and I got to try out, I think it was pickled herring or something, smoked pickled herring, and it smelled disgusting. It was one of the most disgusting things I've ever smelled in my life, but it tasted so good. And they had it with like their version of sauerkraut with purple cabbage. But I shit you not, if I can smell it and my nose is shit, that means it smells awful, but it tasted so good. Is it surströmming? I have no clue. I literally don't know what it is, but it was so good. Nobody else at my table ate it. It was literally just me. I was like, well, more for me. Are you a durian enjoyer? Okay, that's the one thing from Southeast Asia I probably don't like. I don't like durian that much. I don't really like the flavor. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up around it. I don't really see the hype too much as well, but I'm not a big durian enjoyer. There's a lot of other fruits though in Southeast Asia if we're gonna talk about it. You like the jengkol? Dude. my family loves jengkol. My mom always feels so like embarrassed eating it. If you guys don't know what jengkol is, it's like, what is it in English? I've never had to explain it in English. What is jengkol? It's like, it's a plant, I guess, and it stinks, but it tastes really good. Jengkol blado is so you stop right there. I'm getting hungry again. Shit. Is jengkol stink bean? I had no clue that's what it was called. But yeah, we eat stink bean and it's really good. But that is also a kind of like stinky bean as well. We like things that smell stinky here for some reason. Shit's good. Isn't food review on Saturday? Oops. I'm already getting ready to like peruse your foods. What are your thoughts on pate? It's good. Pate is awesome. Pate is kind of meh. I can agree with that. I think so, but I like it. You know what's the one weird thing that I like that nobody really likes in my family? I like bitter melon. Bitter melon is really good. I just had bitter melon before this. I like it with a little bit of crunch. I don't know. There's something about it that's really like, I think bitter melon and like, what is it called? Like bunga papaya, like papaya flowers. That shit's good. I like anything bitter though. An Indonesian place near me sells it. They made me sign a little waiver to try some, but it's not gonna kill you. It's just a little bit of a strong flavor. Oops. Hey, Flightlight, welcome. And Kinodos, welcome. I took a picture of the curry if it turns out nice. Hell yeah, viral. You're insane for liking those. I just really like bitter food. I don't know. I like drinking coffee as is. I like bitter foods. I like sweet foods. The only foods that maybe I'm a little bit like towards is just anything too salty. Yeah, pare. Pare. Bitter melon is pare. It's good. It's really, really good. If you guys don't know what bitter melon is, it's like a tiny gourd that is so small, that is so bitter that people literally have to you have to soak it, you have to do all sorts of things to it to make it like decently edible. And even then, if you don't cook it through, it'll still be like super duper bitter. So you have to cook it to the point where it's like bearable, but it also has to still retain some texture. But it's so good. I don't know, there's something about a good bitter melon and egg and rice that I just I can't get enough of. That shit's good. Bitter melon, my favorite preparation is just lightly stir fried with pepper and egg and like maybe like light soy sauce and some other things, but like I really like the flavor. It's good. You need some lime or chalk to neutralize it. Really? Do you cook it in like alkaline water? I know that some people like cook noodles in alkaline water, right? So that it's more like, noodles in alkaline water so that the texture is more like dense and bouncy. But yeah. Alkaline. Yeah. I don't know. It's like lime water, I guess is what it is. I don't know what it is in English. All I know is that if you cook your noodles in like some sort of alkali water, sometimes it gets more chewy, but it also becomes really bad for your stomach. And it's a very common thing here, guys, for you to have to avoid noodles when you're having like stomach issues or like digestion issues, because it can be really, really hard on your intestines. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I always just end up talking about food whenever we're on stream for some reason, because food and drinks go hand in hand together. My favorite like drinking food though will always be, I don't know if you guys ever have a chance to go to a Japanese izakaya, I feel like you guys should try stingray. You guys should try ehire. Ehire is so good. You have that, you have like smoked, I think it's stingray fin with mayonnaise, and it's just so good. It's so good. That shit's good. What is you guys' favorite drinking snack? Ikan is nice. Oh, ikan is nice. That's so true. Is that what you call it actually? Ikan pari? Ikan and ehire is the same? I didn't know that. Huh. You learn something new every day. Have you eaten shark? I've eaten shark before. I've eaten like when I was at a wedding once, they served us like shark fin soup. I have no idea if it was the synthetic kind or if it was like the real kind. It was just like a wedding buffet. I'm not sure. I used to drink a lot while ordering nachos. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, that's actually one of the things that I don't really like chips or like nachos too much. Anything that's like just a lot on the salty side, I don't like. But I like something that's more like balanced, I guess. I would rather not eat shark for the sake of the earth. To be fair, me too. But like they were serving it, and I don't know when else I would get do you like who else? When else would I be able to try shark fin soup, guys? Do you think I would just go to a restaurant and order that shit? No way. It was okay. I think I tasted more of the soup, if anything, than anything else. I think most of like the shark fin just ends up becoming like a texture. It just becomes a texture, and I was like really disappointed because I thought it was supposed to be the best thing in the world because it's really expensive. But nope, it's just a texture thing. I guess it's sort of like, well, no, that's not true. Abalone probably would taste really good because it's like a shellfish. But yeah, I don't know. The thing about shark fin, I don't know. I don't really see the hype. I heard they make shark fin soup with fake fins now. Yeah, I hope it was a fake fin that I tried because I don't know if I would be able to stomach the fact that I ate shark. But also, you know, I feel like if the food is already in front of you, it's sort of a waste to just throw it out because it died for you. Do you know what I mean? So like, even if I'm against it, if it's already in front of me, and even like, I will still eat it while appreciating it and being thankful for the fact that it gave its life to nourish mine. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. If shark fin... Yeah, exactly. It's like what Kjet says. If shark fin soup is served, not eating it won't bring the shark back to life, so I might as well. Yeah. I feel like it's more of just like, I don't want this guy, because like usually at weddings, so many things go to waste too, so I might as well. Or maybe this is copium. Yeah. Eat it if it's there, but don't actively order it and contribute to the demand. Yeah, that's usually my philosophy when it comes to these weird things. If it's there, I'm not gonna pass up on an opportunity to try it, because if I can try it, then I can at least be like, oh yeah, I've tried that before, you know? It's really fun to just share knowledge and food and stuff. Like, I love talking to my friends who try weirder things than me, and I'm just like, how was it? Was it good? Was it weird? I'm willing to try most terrestrial animal meats. Do you guys have like a weird meat that maybe you don't think other people have tried before but you have? I'll go first, because I used to be in like Florida for a little bit. I've tried alligator meat, and that shit is like slimy chicken. It's like a fishy chicken. It's very interesting, actually. I had it, you know what's the funnier thing is? I had it at a Japanese restaurant. So it was like alligator teriyaki. Does cow stomach count? Cow stomach totally counts. Any like, I think innards are pretty rare to eat in most parts of the world. I've had kangaroo jerky before. Oh, I've seen those in my like when I was in the airport coming back from a work trip. I've seen those before, but I've never tried them. They sell gator in stores. Do they? I've only ever tried it in a restaurant, but yeah, it just tastes very, very much like chicken. It tastes like chicken, but with like, I don't know what you call it in English, but like in Indonesian you say it's amis. It's like fishy. It has like a fishy taste to it. Like that taste of the sea. Reindeer is fire. Okay, it's not like game or beef. It is nice though. Ooh, reindeer. That's so interesting. You can only eat that if you're like in Scandinavia, no? That's cool. I had frog once. It was like a super thin, chewy steak. Frog is also the other thing that I'm just like, this is a very fishy chicken, but it's more fish than chicken. So on the scale of fish to chicken, right? Chicken on one side, fish on the other side. Alligator would be closer to the chicken end, and frog would be closer to the fish end. And also, did you guys know, and I learned this recently, did you guys know that frog is not halal? I only knew this recently. Frog is not halal. And I was just like, wow, why? And then my friends explained why, and I was like, that's cool. Or not, depending on your point of view, but that's cool. Ostrich, how does ostrich taste? I've never tried ostrich. I've also never tried snake before. Snake sounds weird. I haven't had anything exotic weird to contribute to this conversation. It's okay, you can just comment on what other people are saying. Deer is a thing in Japan too. Oh, I didn't know that. Are you allowed to have deer? I know people can have horse sashimi, basashi, but I don't know. Horses, to me, that's like the equivalent of like, I don't know, eating. I mean, those animals are like smart, and they, you know, a lot of times people have horses as pets. Like, I feel so sad. I used to eat frog leg porridge as a Chinese Singaporean. Yeah, frog is very common in Chinese restaurants as well. Oh my god, the other day actually, my dad was given turtle soup by one of his friends, and I was just like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, this is a very traditional Chinese dish. And I'm like, get that away from me, that's disgusting. Turtle? Are you fucking kidding me? That's so sad. Cows can become haram depending on how you slaughter it. Oh, that's true, NFS. I didn't think about that. I guess it is sort of like kosher. Eating horse is like eating an uma. You know what? That's not too... I guess not. But I don't want to think about eating... Would having the cute uma girl in my brain make me happy to eat it, or make me more disgusted? I don't know. Snails are probably the strangest animal I've eaten. Oh my god. Snail texture is also weird. I cannot, like, I can't look at it, but it tastes damn good. Like, I can't stomach it, but when I have had it, I can admit that it was good. You like turtle soup, Neo? I think that's, oh no, it makes me so sad. Turtles are just such gentle creatures. But then again, like, there's a dessert, right? Made from turtles as well, Quailing Cow, I think? I'm not so sure. Does your fear of horses affect your ability to eat them? Yes, it does. I don't know. It's like the same as eating an insect to me, I guess, as well. But also just, I don't know. It's sort of, to me, I see it as like eating dogs, man. Like, don't do that. They're like they were somebody's pets at some point. Ugh, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I really don't think I could do it. Eating shellfish is like eating insects, that too. I get really like, I know it sounds like I eat everything, and I am the kind of person to try everything once. Michi has said this on stream before. All my friends have said this, but I will try anything once. And yeah, except eating insects. I don't think I could do that ever. I can't. And shellfish, I don't know, I get really squeamish when I think about eating shellfish. Ugh. On that note, never use glue. Oh my god, stop the Swizz. Stop! What's the weirdest fruit to you? Oh, do I have a weird fruit recommendation? That's like genuinely weird? I don't know. I don't know. What's a weird fruit to you guys? Are there any fruits to you that are weird? Oh my god, grilled bat in Manado. Okay, wait. We'll put this discussion on pause, but I have to tell you guys about this weird this place called like an Pasar Extreme. It's like an extreme food market over in it's like in a city like 4 hours from here. Oh, they recently had it's near the place that had the big earthquake, if you guys followed Indonesian news. But what is it called? Is it Pasar Extreme? Yeah. Oh my god. Do you guys want to see it, or do you guys want to eat? If you guys want to eat, I won't show it to you guys because it has everything. It has snake, it has bat, it has rat, probably. Hello, Jovial, welcome. I'd never try an insect. I would never try an insect as well. You want me to show you guys? Are you guys ready to stomach it? Okay, I will show you. Let me just make myself smaller. Let's see. Okay, we do this. Am I in the corner? And then we take away my table. Oh my god, you guys can see the fact that I got no leg. There we go. And then, where is it window capture? Here it is. Are you guys ready though? I feel like this shit's like gross, you know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, only look at chat if you want to look. If not, I will let you guys know when it's over. Cause this shit is not for the faint of heart. I can promise you that. Maybe this one. This one has like English subtitles, so you guys would know. Does this one have English subtitles? If this was written by an Indonesian, maybe.
Guys, this is Tomohan Market.
Oh, okay, there we go. It has the AI dub.
Market on Saturday, December 31st, 2022. Wow, inside Tomohan Market, guys, it's so crowded.
Would you guys rather hear it, or
wow,
would you guys rather
really
like
crowded,
read
guys.
the subtitles?
Here. This snake.
Oh, Zane, thank you so much for the tier 1.
This is
thank
snake
you.
Meat, guys. What kind of snake
yeah,
meat is
snake
this?
meat.
Panic. Here it's called paniki. This is this.
Is this
this
bat?
Is this. Here.
That looks
wow,
like bat.
There's a snake too, guys. Here,
Snake.
Here. How much is this? This is this.
Can you disable the AI voice? It makes you want to explode. It makes me want to explode too, but a lot of people are listening to this that's just like audio only, dude. You'd rather read than hear an AI dub, but you guys don't want to watch this, no? Okay.
Ekstrim ini di sini guys nih. Waduh, anjingnya tuh gede-gede banget guys.
Oh my god, no! Oh my god, nope, 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 that's dog.
Ini babi hutan.
Nope, nope, that's dog. That was boar as well.
Freddy. Guys, ini dia nih kucing nih guys nih.
No, wow!
Pusat perbelanjaannya di dekat kompleks Menara Alpha Omega. Beriman atau
It's so gross. Yeah, they eat dogs, there's cats, there's snakes, there's rats. It's so much.
VIP biar Jo, VIP.
But it's like always so full. Yeah.
Menjelang Natal, menjelang Tahun Baru, ini tetap ramai dan padat seperti
Oh my god. Look at how full it is too.
Teman-teman bisa lihat ya.
That's crazy. Can you just imagine? There's like all these people and they wanna... It's just a different world. I'm good. I'm good. That's all I wanna show you guys. That is crazy. Anyway, should I show you what the martabak video for cleansing? That is so sick. Anyway, 10,000 calorie. Let's go. Let's go, guys. We're back here. Can I tell people to come back now? Yes. You think they're just gonna stop at the butter, guys? It's not even butter. It is margarine. And then the cheese. This is the fourth time we've watched it. Oh, do you want to watch something else? Do you want to watch something else, Kev? Swiss, if you come here, I will feed this to you. Is this your comfort video? A little bit, yeah. Taking a... Type martabak and this video link shows up. Actually, no, can you do that? Guangzhou also has... Really? I didn't know, but that makes sense. Guangzhou is like the center for everything. Merchants, textiles, and food. Guangzhou is good-ass food. Hell yeah, guys. Can you pass us the link? I'll make it a comment. Okay. There we go. Oh, more cheese, guys. More cheese. And then more sprinkles. More sprinkles. Not this video again. I love it. We were just watching something so horrifying. We need something to cleanse, guys. This is my cleanse. Sesame. So it's got that nuttiness in it. And then more condensed milk, guys. This is already half the can. Let's go, guys. You think that's... No, more cheese. It needs more hagelslag. Yeah, probably. Yes, guys, more cheese. More cheese. More sprinkles. But guys, it doesn't just stop there, guys. More peanuts. There you go. And then more sesame. Yippee! And then more condensed milk. So that's what, if you guys are keeping track, that's 1 whole can of condensed milk. My doctor isn't like this. Your doctor won't know what won't. Your doctor won't like what he doesn't know. Your doctor won't care about what he doesn't know. It's fine. And then we fall. I'm pretty sure setengah dari isinya itu tumpah. Half of the filling just like spilled out on the table right there. I love seasoning my chopping board. I love this video so much. This is the dessert equivalent of the Asian takeout, filling the container and then putting 2 scoops extra. Oh, I love seasoning my chopping board. Yippee! What did I join to? This is my first stream where you're looking at food. As usual. I didn't even have time to game today, guys. What the hell? It's okay, we'll play for an hour later. This looks so good. Oh my god. Kinky, thank you for the tier 3 sub. Thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, Corey, welcome to Awooga Nation. What's this called? I want to try to make it. It's called martabak. Martabak is a little bit difficult to make because the batter is not hard, but you do need like a specialized pan to do it. Do you see? You need one with a very thick bottom and then thick walls as well. And then what you're trying to look for, by the way, when you cover it, is you're trying to look for all these holes. And then when you cover it and then when it cooks, you're trying to look for something very like moist in the middle but crunchy on the edges. Good luck. This is the greatest advert for Indonesia you've ever given me. Oh my god. Indonesia has so many good desserts. What should I show you? Apa ya? Guys, Indonesians, give me some desserts. What can I show? You call martabak even if it's sweet. Sorry, ma'am. I'm a defender of terang bulan. That just means we're from different places, guys. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Serabi is also good. Rendang, es campur. Oh my god, that's also good. Look at this. Wait, where should I? Cara membuat serabi. What is this music? Wow, give me food porn. Give me food porn.
Kue serabi ini tuh salah satu jajanan pasar yang paling sering banget deh aku beli. Dan ternyata ya ini tuh gampang banget gengs bikinnya.
Super
jadi
easy to
bikin
make
bareng
as
yuk.
well.
Nah jadi itu pertama tinggal campurin aja semua bahan yang nanti aku bakal tulis di video. Abis itu tinggal diaduk aja sampai rata.
Oh
iya, kalian juga boleh tambahin pasta pandan kayak aku gini ya gengs. Tapi kalau kalian nggak mau juga nggak apa-apa kok. Nah kalau udah tinggal diemin aja adonannya selama 30 menit. Dan tinggal dimasak aja di fry pan yang udah panas. Di sini aku pakai fry pan anti lengket dari stand cookware ya, gengs. Dan udah deh jadi.
It's done.
Tunggu dulu, makan serabi belum afdol kalau nggak ada kincanya nih.
But it's not. You can't really eat serabi unless you have the sauce
aku mau
on
tambahin
it.
kinca yang banyak supaya makin.
Kinca is the sauce, isn't it?
Mantul deh pokoknya. Nah, jadi selamat mencoba.
Yum. That sauce is a sugar sauce, by the way. Pancakes have sauce too. That is true. Ugh, serabi kuah, my favorite. This is also really, really good. What else? I really like Indonesian like savory food though. Their savory sweets are really, really good. Yes, it's melted palm sugar. It's just sugar. It's straight up sugar. Oh my god, that's so funny, Bimo. I had no clue. What else? I want to show you. Oh, I need to show you guys what klepon looks like. Klepon. You see. Oh, it's this. Is this how people make it? Here we go.
Tahu nggak sih kalau di Bali itu ada klepon yang bergelar kelopan terenak di dunia?
In Bali,
mari.
Oh my god, you can't even see the inside. They don't even show you. But essentially, they fill it up with like a sugar syrup. They boil it. They like toss it in coconut flakes, and so when you bite into it, it just explodes in your mouth. It's Indonesian mochi, yeah. Did you guys see this? Look. Ooh.
Adanya di daerah Gianyar.
Gianyar. Where is Gianyar? I guess that's in Bali somewhere. But yes, very, very good. Oh, guys. That is very true. Indonesian influencers like to say, guys, tahu nggak, guys. Hey guys, did you know? Show them kue putu. I'll show them kue putu. Yum. So this is kue putu. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so this is really rare. I'm pretty sure there are other countries that do this. I'm not actually. I think the Philippines has this as well, if I'm not mistaken. Filipino mention, but you guys have this, right? It's a cake that you put into like a bamboo mold, and then you steam over these like holes in like a thing.
Kue putu enak nih, lokasinya itu ada di Jalan Kapas Kerampung di depan Bank BCA
Oh,
Kapas
damn,
Kerampung.
different city.
Bukanya mulai dari jam 3 sore sampai jam 10 malam.
But yeah, so they pack like this wooden tube with it, and then they have like this very specialized lid that essentially has like a tube for steam to come out to cook the inside of this cake. Yes. What is it called in the Philippines?
10.000 dapat 10 biji. Kue putu di sini rasanya enak dan dimakan.
What is it called in the Philippines? I have no idea. Yes, we also got pukis, we also got cucur, we also got kue pepe, we have so many good things. Good morning, Vampy Chan. Welcome. Have you eaten breakfast yet? I want kue putu so bad. I haven't had a good kue putu in so long. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the Filipinos have this as well. Wait. Filipino steamed cake bamboo. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay. Love you, Dad. There! Puto bombong. There! They have the same thing as well! Puto. Yeah, you want puto? Isn't that a swear word? That looks really good. But yeah, I think it's basically the same thing, no? Yeah. And then they roll it in coconut, I assume? Yes, and then you steam it again. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. What's putu piring? What? I love learning new food. What's putu piring? Oh, that looks so good. Let's watch this.
I still remember when I'm young, every morning I can smell the steamed rice flour with pandan leaves and the caramel sugar.
Ah, that sounds good.
It's like freshly chopped. The aroma is like, wow. You have to smell that.
Yummy. 1940s, that's insane.
Before I met Aisha, I worked as a cook at the chicken rice stall. I actually don't really know what is putu piring at all.
Excuse me?
Every day when I make putu piring, I can just look up and look at him while he was chopping his chicken. Every time during his lunch, he will like come over.
It's a love story, guys.
What is this?
I normally come there is to look for Aisha.
Aww.
And then putu piring is second thing.
Aww, that's so cute. They found each other through food.
The Chinese, of course, would come, oh, it's kuih tutu. Then the Malay come over, no, it's putu piring. And then the Indian ones would come, oh, this one like putu mayam. People keep on asking
Everybody
us,
has a different thing.
Your secret recipe. There is no secret recipe. It's very simple.
Oh my god. You want some putu, girl? That would be a good pickup line to use with me. If you bring me to food, I'd probably like... Food is like the easiest way to my heart.
I work for 12 to 16 hours because I need to supervise.
Now just imagine this, but instead of the food, it's the rachie community. See guys, this is what I want for you guys, but it's my community. Just imagine if you met eyes like opposite discords, you know, maybe one of you hangs out in IRL often, the other one hangs out in VTubers often, and then you guys meet because you guys are in my Discord. Oh my god, that would be so cool.
It's still the same because the product is come directly from Java.
Rachie's wedding party will be full up with you can bet your bottom dollar that I'll have all the best food at my wedding when that happens.
Actually, my dream is to
Markiplier,
become
please
a
fund me. Note to self, bring offerings of food to Rachie account. No, do not. Although, actually, if you bring me stuff that's like fully sealed, factory sealed, maybe I'll be okay with it.
I feel like I achieved something. Like finally I did something.
Aww.
My mom said the shop is
Girl,
gonna close in like
I'm
1
like,
or 2 months time.
girl, I
Do
feel you.
mind if you
But I sort of was just here for the food. I'm sorry. Can I see more pictures of the food? Like, good for you. Good for keeping the place alive. I'll visit soon.
My grandfather would like cycle his bike and always every weekend
Oh, it
would
looks
come down here.
good.
Just standing there all day doing this, maintaining that recipe, maintaining that tradition. So, Aisha's family, just thank you.
Yes, we love putu piring. I want to try this now. I really want to try this. Oh, you know what else is very uniquely Singaporean, guys? Chicken rice. Have you guys tried like a authentic Singaporean chicken rice? Don't answer this, Sarah. But damn, it's good. It's gingery, it's fragrant, it's light, and then the rice itself is like the Hainan rice, which is like a very lightly flavored, but very, I wouldn't say subtly spiced, but it is very like fragrant. It's fragrant rice. Fragrant rice. Oh, it's so good. Wait, I need to show you guys what this is. Hainan chicken rice. Don't answer this, the one person I know would answer yes. It's because I know he fucking knows it. It's good. It's good.
I usually film these videos alone.
There's Miss Blondie in China. Hello.
You may recognize him. So I've just arrived in Singapore. And
Oh, this is Maxwell. This is their famous like hawker, like center. Yes. Oh my god, Hainan chicken rice.
2 hours ago, and since
Oh,
then
yum.
the city of Singapore calling to me, chicken rice.
Guys,
So
look
I
at
am
the
here,
chicken
and I'm
rice.
gonna have my chicken rice. I'm so excited. Ultimate.
Look at
comfort food.
it.
The chicken is so tender, which I've learned is very different from the Chinese version. In Hainan province, they actually prefer their chicken to be a lot tougher. But here in Singapore, I always feel like my teeth glide through that chicken meat. It's so good. It's got this sauce.
I've never
The
tried
sauce
this
is like
one
a
at
bit
Maxwell.
sour,
This is not my
very
preferred
garlicky,
chicken rice
a bit
place.
Spicy. Yum, this is like the ultimate dish. So in a hawker center, what do I do with my tray after?
You have like a section for you to...
Okay, yeah, we know about that. You just put your trays back. My favorite... No, actually, that would give away where I usually stay. Never mind. Forget I said anything. But I did see there was a video the other day about like $3 chicken rice at Jurong? I want to say it's at Jurong. Yeah, Maxwell is a food hub for a lot of people, but not for everyone. I think it's a little overrated, to be fair, but at the same time, I haven't tried everything there is there. So I really wanna, I want to go around. My goal is to go around and try everything. One day. One day. Sorry, were we just talking about food and drinks for the last few minutes? Hours? Oh my god, we've been streaming for a while. Is that all we do? Is that all we do now? Are we just a food channel? You know what? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm a fucking food channel. Let's see. Jajanan pasar. You know what? We might as well. We might as well. Hell yeah. Traditional Indonesian food in Sarina.
Oke, jadi di video ini gue baru tiba di halte MH Tamrin di
Alright,
Jakarta.
guys.
Terakhir kali main ke Sarina ini.
I've been summoned. I heard food. Welcome, Kafa. We are going on a field trip to Sarina, in the center of the city, where all the legendary food is. I'm not translating what he's saying. I'm just telling you guys I'm telling you guys my narration. This is technically, I wouldn't really say it's the old part of Jakarta, but it's an older part of Jakarta. This is what I should watch instead of binging. I can give you guys like awesome commentary. These are pretty old buildings. That white one over there has been bombed once. Why do I know these things? But yeah, this is what it feels like crossing a road in Jakarta. Sometimes you just gotta go for it. I'm sort of surprised that there's like a lot of good walking places here, but I guess it's because this is also an office area. It's the old new central Jakarta. Yeah, it's the old new central Jakarta. Great info, that's very relevant. Look, okay, so this Sarina used to be where, I mean, it used to be more accessible for a lot of people to come here, but now I feel like it's so much all the time. There's lots of traffic. But yeah, so the basement of Sarina, I think there's like, not the basement, like the first floor, basement-ish. There's like a lot of legendary snacks that they sell here, like pastries and other stuff. I used to commute around there daily. Yeah, this is a very popular office hub area. This is just Jakarta on the weekday. Yes, Sarina is like an old mall. It's an old mall. It has a lot of good restaurants, but if you go down to like the supermarket area, then that is where all the good shit is. It's where the first McDonald's in Jakarta was established. Yes, my mom used to tell me. There's more at the back of Sarina, I think. Yes, lots of good food in this area. If I'm not mistaken, there's also a Glael here. Glael also has a lot of really good food. A lot of really good like snacks as well. It's been renovated extensively. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. My office, the office areas I used to go to was a little bit further than this. But yeah, this is the market. If you go down to the basement, that's where all of the good food is. I think now Sarina is filled with local brands as well. Yes, local brands, local food. I think you can get a lot of good culture here. Actually, if you're going to Jakarta, I think this is one of the places you should visit for like good food. The other places you should probably go to is actually, I don't know. Sarina is home to the first escalator in Indonesia. Wait, really? That's so cool. It's named after Sukarno's childhood caretaker. Yes, I think so. Ooh, sari-sari. Did you just say Glael? Yeah, I did. Bimo, why? Wow, sari-sari. Oh my god. So it says aneka kue jajanan pasar, which means like a variety of like pastries. I wouldn't say jajanan pasar is pastries, but like it's like what do I say? Like snacks? Like traditional Indonesian snacks, I guess. Like you can see from here, tape. This one, okay. This is prol tape is like a Dutch thing. I think I talked about this before, but it's fermented and it turns into something like funky and good. This one is angku ketan. Ketan is sticky rice. So this is very chewy as well. Wait, seriously, Jack, and don't come back. We love talking about food. I think you could call this pastries. This is nona manis. It's made from coconut cream. It's made of coconut cream. It's good. Prol singkatan atau emang namanya prol? I think it's actually called prol. That's what my grandma calls it too. Prol, I guess, is like a borrowed word from Dutch, no? Oh, that's good. Ooh, okay. This is pie fla. So fla is like, do you know what they put on pudding? Sometimes they have like a very like milky, I actually don't know if that's like a strictly Indonesian thing, but here in Indonesia you put like if you have chocolate pudding or like some other kind of pudding, not jelly, right? So pudding, you put what'd you call it, like a fla on top, which is like a milky, it's like a milky sauce sort of thing. So this is a milk pie with fruit. Oh, somebody's asking about the price. 5,300 rupiah is less than 50 cents. Yeah. Oh my god, this all looks good. Wait, lumpur keju kismis. So this has cheese and it has raisins. Ooh. This is all under 50 cents. Salam ubi, this is even cheaper. This is like 1,000 rupiah. This is like 10 cents. This one is 10 cents and this is also santan. What's santan? It's also made with like coconut and other stuff. Lumpur is good. Oh my god. Oh, this all looks good. This one's my favorite over here. You have to pay in cash here? No. Everybody, Jakarta is very much cashless. You can pay with cash if you want, but we pay with QR. We pay with QR codes. Yeah, our QR system can be used all over Asia too. It's pretty cool. Nah, ini. This is my favorite. Oh my god. So this is the snack I was talking to you guys about, where like it's very chewy, and when most people will eat it by peeling the layers. Most people will eat it by peeling the layers and eating the layers one by one. Oh. Do you have to convert money to the QR system or just link a Visa card? We barely use cards here. You link your QR right to your bank account. Choy pan Pontianak. Oh. So that's choy pan is chongfun? It's chongfun, I guess, something like chongfun, where it's like a rice thing. It's a little savory but not really, and you don't eat it hot. And there's like, isinya ada apa sih? It's mostly like a steamed rice, but it's runny, and you eat it with spicy food. Oh yeah, you can use credit cards now if you're a foreigner. You can tap now, but back in the day you just had to, yeah, you pay with QR, you pay with card, is whatever. But yeah, oh my god, so many good food here. Oh my god, they even sell like legit food. So if you see something like this in Indonesia, that means it's rice. Most of the time they wrap it in paper, and then they usually have like other things inside it. It's not like an onigiri though. You're supposed to eat it like, you're supposed to like unfold it on a plate and then eat it. But yeah. Oh my god. Honestly, not too mad at the prices, but Lor Asin being 12,000 each, I think would kill me. When's the Indonesia chat meetup? Guys, you guys need to come to Indonesia. You guys need to. Oh my god, it's, oh my god, barongko pisang. Oh my god, it's, oh my god, this is also really, really good. This is lapis Surabaya. They call it lapis Malang here. Same but different. This is the other one that you also peel in layers and eat. It's good. Oh my god, everything looks good. Which airport do you fly to? You fly to Soekarno-Hatta in Jakarta. Yeah, this is the other one that I love eating. Pepe. Kue pepe, my love. Indo food cooking stream went. Oh my god, I don't think I could do that. I could probably pull my grandma to cook with me, but it's been a while since she cooked, and she specializes in like Dutch dishes. Oh, this is my favorite thing as well. This looks like fucking risol, does it not? Is this risoles? I want risoles. Antam! This is fried bread. This is lemper ayam inside. There's like a sticky, it's like a sticky rice-ish thing that you steam, and it has like a salty chicken inside. It's good. Lemper, my beloved breakfast. Lemper and coffee. Oh, they have talam nangka. That's rare. Pukis! Okay, this is the other thing that I think Bimo kept mentioning, but this is pukis. It's like a pancake. It's like a tiny little pancake, and then sometimes they have a surprise inside. It's usually chocolate. Oh, this is good. Oh. Talam nangka is rare. I haven't seen talam nangka in the for so long. Cookies, yeah. It's so good, guys. Oh my god. Chocolate and cheese and just pure sugar is all I've seen here. A lot of these things are savory though. Ooh, they have sako. Oh, they have jinjao. Okay. Jinjao is like a jelly that you make from, there are these leaves that are just high in, what is that thing that like gelatinizes? But there's a leaf that we have, a green leaf that's very high in those kinds of chemicals. Not chemicals, but like the substance. And so when you crush it in water and wash it, it'll just set on its own. It's called grass jelly or chinchao. And it's really, really refreshing because sometimes you'll just have it, just jelly with a little bit of sugar water is already so good. But some people, it's not really pandan, it's daun chinchao, which is different. Let me see if I can find it. Daun chinchao. It's yeah, so it's these things. It like gelatinizes on its own. I don't remember what that's called, what the process is called, but if you crush it and you basically let it set, it basically sets on its own in water, and then you get this jelly, and then most of the time you just have it with sugar water, and it's so good. It's herby, but it's floral, and it doesn't have a strong taste, and it's so nice on a hot day when you're just sweating and you just want something to cool you down. Usually you'll have that, and it's really nice. Oh my god. Rachie, I've been from Indo for 6 months, but I can't go home yet. This is low-key torturing me now. That's how I felt too when I was living overseas. I was just like, fuck, I really want Indonesian food. So most of the time, my parents, whenever they visited me, they would bring a bunch of spices. So that's how I learned how to cook. It's really good, Swiss. I really want to bring you to places like this and just let you like go ham. Shit's so good. This is our version of like sponge cake. Usually we'll have it in like it's called bolu. It is basically like a chiffon cake, but we'll have it in like cupcake tins, and it tastes, it has a very distinct taste here. The flavoring is like, I don't want to say it tastes fake, but it sort of tastes artificial, and I love it so much. They steam it. It's called bolu kukus, I think. Yeah, I love it. It just tastes, it tastes very vanilla-y, but it tastes like not like vanilla paste, you know? It tastes like vanilla from pandan or something. It's interesting. It's like it's a flavor that you can only get from like a steamed chiffon cake. I don't even know what to say. But did I decide to go for 20 minutes or so? We're just looking at food right now. I'm showing everyone what Indonesian traditional snacks look like. Oh my god. Oh, I'm hungry too, guys. Oh, and they have steamed brownies. I love the brownies here. Why does it look so good? I think food in general is good. If you guys have like food videos from like your local market as well, if you send it to me, I'll fucking watch it. Yeah, I didn't realize, but yeah, brownies here are steamed. They're like oven baked, but steamed as well. Wait, this is breaking my brain. I never really thought about this. Yeah, oh, this isn't even all the traditional snacks. These are like the very popular ones, I guess. And then this is like more of their lunch selection, which I wouldn't really say is cheap either. I mean, you look at this and you're like, oh, this much rice for $1, but honestly, this much and you're only getting it for $1, like a little bit over $1, is a little expensive. Yeah, this one is like just a little bit over $1. Oh, it's so good. Notice how there's no lapis legit, it will get stolen. That's so true. Wait, I have to show you guys what lapis legit here. A little expensive, something that would cost me £2 here. Yeah, that's true. But you can get things for much, well, I wouldn't say much cheaper, but you can get a better portion if you're not in these more like industrialized areas, I think. Yeah. Back then, the oven wasn't a common thing in Indonesia, so steaming was more profound, hence why there's a lot of steamed things. Yeah, and like, you would steam it as well over the stove. Your ovens, the old-timey ovens, the first ones, my grandma told me, were like sort of stovetop ones. Man, this looks so good. Oh, I love these as well. These are called onde. They're deep fried. Do you guys know like the sesame balls in Chinese? It's sort of like that here as well. They're deep fried. They have sesame on the outside or some other thing on the outside. And it's good. It's chewy. It's filling, I guess, in the way that like, yeah, you eat 1 or 5 and you get a little bit sick afterwards because it's oily, but it's still good. And then, yeah, is a crushed peanut one inside? I don't know. I didn't see that one. But yeah, this is what he got. That's a lot of food, dude. But it's still cheaper than ordering through Gojek. Everything looks so good. How much did it all cost? Like, I'm actually curious. How much did it cost, dude? Is that nasi kuning or nasi uduk? Well, only one way to find out. We gotta see. We gotta watch him eat. It was 40,000? No way. Not bad. 46. Okay, 46,000. Never mind.
Kue gitu plus ini ada nasi kuning tadi nih.
Nasi kuning, guys.
Sekarang naik kita cari tempat duduk.
It's 40,000 is about $3 maybe. What's that in GBP? Can somebody else convert? I'm so bad at this. I'm bad at math. Yes, Mr. Guy. Sit somewhere. Show us the food. Show us what you got.
Oke, kita cari tempat duduk nih buat makan.
Ngapain duduk di luar? Polusi, berisik. Well, I guess you can't even sit here. This one is fine, I guess.
Berapa booth gitu loh.
Well, there are a lot of like food booths here as well on the outside. Oh, whoa. Back up. Singapore mention? Look. Es potong Singapura. So this is, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is an ice cream sandwich. It's a very Singaporean thing where you literally just put a block of ice cream between a slice of bread folded in half. But yeah. That is very Singaporean. Where's the rainbow bread? It's not authentic. I never said it was authentic, bro. Oh my god. Oh, my ears hurt. Hey, give me a second. I'm gonna turn on my speakers. My ears hurt after a while of listening to all of this. But yeah, ooh, food fest.
But makanan dan minuman gitu ya.
Oh, there's a lot of food here. Wait. Ooh. Meat, noodles, yum.
Cuman kita udah dapat jajanan jadi gue pikir kita makan yang ada aja dulu.
Makan yang ada dulu. He's basically saying he wants to see if he can buy anything here, but he's like, I'm just gonna eat what I have first. Dude, at least sit under the shade, man. Like, what if it rains? Do you know that klepon outside of Java is called onde-onde? Wait, onde-onde is completely different though. So 10 items is about 46,600 rupiah. Not bad, I guess. Yeah, that nasi kuning is expensive though. 17,000 for only that much. Oh, I guess it's not too expensive.
Coba yang mana dulu nih? Gue pengen coba kayak kue lumpur gini dulu nih.
He's gonna try the kue lumpur first. That'll cost me at least 15 pounds. That's wild. Yeah, well. I think these prices are pretty reasonable, I think, especially in a big city. This is pretty good value, to be fair, especially since he's in like an office, it's like a business district. Like these prices are still okay. Oh my god, he's just eating it in one go. Fucking glutton. Get fatter, bro. Get fatter. Get fatter. Oh my god. Oh my god, 3,000-an. There's something like this like in my office building as well, but I feel like they're ripping me off. These prices are so good. Oh my god, he just fucking ate that! He ate that!
Kayak ada semacam apa ya? Kayak bubur sumsum gitu rasanya. Gurih gitu ya di atasnya.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
Gurih, manis gitu ya.
He says it's savory but also sweet. Like rich, I guess? How old is this video? It's only a year old? 2024? 2 years? A year and a half? It's like inhaling. Oh, okay, wait. I want to see how he eats it. Ah, no, dude, you have to eat the fucking kue pepe. Oh, he's not eating it. What the hell? Don't cuck me like that. Damn. Ah, that looked so good. But yeah, I hope these prices are still. I want to go there. I'll probably take the train and head there. That'll be fun. So fair. Next warteg or rumah makan Padang. Ooh. I want to show you guys what a warmindo looks like. So we have these things called a warmindo here, which is basically like an Indomie like stall? Indomie, it only serves Indomie with other things. So Warung Indo stands for Warung Makan Indomie, which is warung. What is warung? Like a shop, like a house, like a Indomie restaurant, I guess, like a bodega, more like a bodega-ish, but it like specializes in food. Stall? It's not really a stall either, because look at this. It's not really a stall. It's a little bit like they have places to eat like this. So I don't really think it's a stall. Yeah, look at all the Indomie, guys. Indomie, yeah. Yeah, you want the Indomie? You want the fucking Indomie? Look at that. They literally just, they cook it up for you. That's all. This restaurant just fucking serves Indomie, guys. It's just Indomie. This one is a full-blown resto, to be fair. Not everything is like this, but these guys are so... Did you just fucking see how they opened it? Wait, I need you guys to see how these guys opened it. They just split it in half. They're just ripping it open. They're like, we gotta make a big-ass portion. It's like they're opening Pokemon packs. Are they just like opening cards or some shit? Did you know that a lot of Indomie special flavors like Bangladesh Mac flavors are actually developments from one Indo recipes? Yes. There is this thing called meat Bangladesh, which is like Bangladesh noodles. Like you will see like some restaurants that, not restaurants, but like warung that will just specialize in that. They're so good. They're so fucking good. Look at this guy literally just cuts through it and just squeezes it with his palm. I love that. Look, 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 guys. Look, look, look. Whoa! Oh, this is, oh my god, look how many eggs he's putting in. 3, 4. Oh my god. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, and then they're just gonna add more water and then let that boil. As you guys may have guessed, this Indomie is the soup type. He's probably making a gigantic order, to be fair, Jacket. This is probably like several people's orders at the same time. And then he got that special sauce, guys. Do you cook Indomie with seasoning in or off in plate instead? Wait, what do you mean, Kazu? Do you mean like do I put it in the plate first, or do I put the noodles first and then the seasoning second? Actually, are you guys psychopaths? Do you guys put the seasonings after you put the noodles in the bowl or before you put it in the bowl? I need to know. This is like true psychopath test. Cook this dish for me and I will be yours. You cook it yourself, dude. If I'm cooking Indomie, that's for me. Before, after, before. Okay, good. Before. To the one person that says after. Shell, I love you. Be gone. No, I'm joking. Seasoning after. Why would you put your seasoning after? I like mixing all of the seasonings first before I put the noodles in, so that I know that it's like mixed properly. Do you know what I mean? Put on the plate first, but if I'm cooking broth, then I'll put it into the sauce. I'll put it into my pot. What do you guys do? As the instructions said, yeah, but like if you put it in afterwards and you don't mix the seasonings beforehand, then sometimes it comes out a little bit clumpy, and you'll have some parts of the noodles that'll taste more like the dry seasonings, and then some other parts where it tastes more like the wet seasonings. I don't know. This looks so good. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I already ate. Hi, Auntie. Hey, Space Weeb. We're eating right now. Not we're eating. We're watching people about to eat. But yeah, see, he's making like a big batch for a bunch of people. Oh my god. I didn't eat. This is torture. Well, I guess you guys should start ordering food. You guys should start thinking of what you want to eat for lunch. This is so good. Oh my god. Those noodles look like they're not too... What's lembek? They're not too soft either. They're not too hard. They seem like they're like the perfect Indonesian al dente. Richie, it's 1 a.m. for me. Yeah, that's the perfect time to cook Indomie, guys, see? The only thing serving at midnight is fast food. No, you gotta find roti bakar. Oh my god. You know what? We're looking at roti bakar. That's a warm Indo, guys. I want to show you guys roti bakar. You have no Indomie in stock? Just go to your local roti bakar place. Favorite-nya anak jaksel? No, thank you. That just means it's overpriced, buddy. Nah, ini dong.
Halo Sobat Victor dimanapun Anda berada. Bang, banyak variannya nih. Itu ada menunya Bang di depan. Oh, di sini terus nih. Iya.
Here we go.
Siapa? Bang Imam. Imam. Oh, asli mana nih? Aslinya asli orang Jawa sih.
Oh my god.
Jualannya roti.
Look at the goddamn bread. Oh my god. Okay, so cheese. Okay, and then we have condensed milk. Guys, you know what's up. Margarine. And then they have the chocolate sprinkles. And then what's next? I wonder what's next. Like, oh my god, who the fuck would have guessed? It's more condensed milk. And then he puts more margarine on it. Fuck my life. We Indonesians, we love our blue band. We love our margarine. That's not even butter. Butter is too expensive. Like, we use margarine. We use the cheap shit.
Jadi guys, di sini bisa menerima pesanan juga guys lewat Grab sama GoFood.
Flipping the bread like it's a bowl. I've never seen that technique before. This guy's advanced. Oh my god. Guys, just imagine, this is the only thing near my place that's open 24/7, and oh my god, I love it. It's so good. Holy shit, how did Indonesians not die from sugar overdose? You say that, Jacket, but have you seen like the Thai iced tea that's on the street made by that lady? Okay, so this is roti bakar, right? Like, you have to see like the Thai iced tea lady. Mesa, hi! I think there was like the lady at like the really famous one. She's like old and grumpy. This one. Oh no, it's the iced cocoa grandma. It's this one. Look at that! Guys, okay, so many things going on here. The evaporated milk over here. The chocolate that she's just putting into each... Okay, so if you see her putting the chocolate into each of these, like, empty cans of condensed milk, that means she used all the fucking condensed milk to make these, right? So how much is she gonna fill up with the chocolate? Look at that! Guys, look at that! Oh my god! I think Thai people know what the fuck is up! Yes! Oh my god! The carnation is just flowing. You thought martabak was bad, guys? You thought Indonesian food was bad? Think again! Like, look how many cans she's put in! Fuck! She's like, I'm not wasting a single drop. Look at that! That's crazy! Look at that! That's just chocolate and condensed milk, guys. That's just chocolate and she's putting another fucking... I love her! Oh my god! Oh my god. Right? Now we gotta see the final result. Oh my god. These old people literally just, they don't care about our health at all. They're just like, oh yeah, I know they love it. Like, look at how insane this is. Oh my god. She's like, oh, but what the fuck? Dude, this is gonna give me diabetes. You can only drink this once in your lifetime. If not, I feel, oh my god. I want to be this kind of granny when I'm older. I want to be the type that's just like, eat more, get fatter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, look at that. That's nefarious. Oh my god. You have evaporated milk, and then you put condensed milk on top of it with chocolate. The first sip gives you a glimpse of heaven, and the second sip takes you there. Oh my god, this is insane. This is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. What's the black liquid? That's chocolate. That's condensed milk and chocolate. Look at that. Look at how many cans of condensed milk there is. How much is in that bowl? Every cup that you see at the back takes 1 can of condensed milk. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. She got the chocolate from the chocolate river. It's so, oh my god. And she's just putting, look at that. That's her secret sauce. She's just putting more in. Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, this is, I think Thai people know what the fuck is up. I think you need to dilute this with 2 liters of water to make it drinkable. You say that, but I'm pretty sure as soon as you take the first sip, you'd be like, oh fuck, that's good. Somehow this beverage is allowed within the Geneva Convention. It's insane though, because I'm pretty sure this drink is like 90% sugar. Actually, scratch that, 100% sugar. I would absolutely try it 100%. My god, Thai food is so good. Thai boat noodles are so good. Thai desserts are also so good. What can I do? I'm weak. I'm weak, guys. Your teeth fall out from sipping it. And that's the good end. That's the good end. The only healthy part of this drink was the eyes. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I really want to try this, guys. I want to try this. There's so much food I want to try. You need to balance it with the spicy food that I had. That's true. I had these boat noodles. Boat noodles. And they were so good. That's insane. It's fucking insane. I think it's like Tong Smith or something. Tong Smith. I don't remember how you spell it and shit, but oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It's spicy, it's soupy. I shit you not, guys. You think, okay, Indonesians, you think that this might just taste like bakso. It's not. It's really not. This is like insanely good, insanely spiced. It's more like spiced, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's the perfect amount of spicy. It's savory. The noodles are such a good consistency. Like, it's so fresh as well because there's a bunch of vegetables and bakso and meats. And why is it dark? So the soup has a lot of like herbs. You think it looks like a bakso soup? Bakso soup is usually like clear, right? Like the meatball soups here are clear and very like light. But this one is like, this one is almost as spicy as like chombro, but it's not apa sih namanya? It's not like that weird kind of like deep flavor. It's a very comforting flavor that I think a lot of Indonesians would like. Oh, it's so good. I want to try the soup, which the broth has been around for years. Oh my god, I know which one you're talking about. Infinite soup broth Thailand. I think that's what it's called. It's not. It really isn't. The world's oldest soup! Yes. Guys, the world's oldest goddamn soup.
A good dish. You need a few... Well, a really long time.
It is the infinite soup broth. The forever stew. 45 years on the grill. On the stove. It's just been there forever.
This isn't your normal Bangkok bistro. They have been serving the same beef stew for nearly 5 decades.
5 decades!
No, not the same recipe, literally the same soup.
The same
giant
fucking
pan,
soup, guys.
Same broth, same
Oh my god, I really want to try it. They've never watched the wok, and did you guys see all the, like, you guys saw like there's like something around the pan, right? You guys, wait, let me see if I can show you. Where is it? They really don't want to show it.
This award-winning broth becomes tastier. Well,
there, that ring around the pan. You see that?
Well, that is 45 years.
That's fucking broth, guys! It spilled over and it hardened! That's so cool. I want Thailand. I want to go. I want to go so bad. The outer rim probably holds secrets from the Vietnam. Yeah, it crystallized, guys. It's like, you know, you could break it off and it could like, what's that? It's like amber. Maybe it could be like a new age amber. That's so crazy. I really want Thai food now.
The taste.
So good. Oh yeah, it's just like Maggie. Yeah, you just take a little bit and then you put it in water and reheat it, and it becomes soup.
45 years.
Oh my god, that's insane. That one block of that, it's like tea resin. It's like what they call tea resin, you know, in China when they have like very concentrated tea that you can put in your water. That's what that is for the soup. This is so popular that you might need to queue for an hour or so. I can believe it. I can believe it. It looks good. I think food is worth queuing for me personally. Baso Ratu Sari. What is this? This is on the recommendation of NFS. What the hell? What? What? Is this real? What the hell? What the fuck? I need to go. I need to fucking go. I need to go. I wanna go. I wanna go. Oh my god, gede banget, buset. Oh my god.
Balik lagi dengan gue, Sari dari Separuh Aku Lemak. Hari ini
2 kilo.
Separuh Aku Lemak.
Kilo nih.
That's crazy. What the hell?
Ini 30 kilo.
That's 30 kilograms. That's 50. 20. Oh, that's crazy. 1 juta per porsi. Oh my god. Would it be $70 a portion? $60, I guess. Well, this is usually how big it is. Usually it's like this big. This one is like jumbo, and then this one is usually the fried one. Oh my god, this is a whole cow. They fucking they juiced the cow. They put the cow in the hydraulic press, guys. Oh my god, 8 juta. 8 million. That's 3 million rupiah.
Ini 2 kilonya 200.
That's 260,000, which is about,
Yang setengah kilo sekitar,
I want to say $20. Maybe less.
Lengan biasa 30.
That one's $2.
38, yang ada varian daging olahan urat.
That's also $2.
Sama uratnya 20 sama.
That one is $1-ish. That one's also $1. It has filling. Oh my god. What's your usual bakso order, Rachie? Like pentol halus, urat, jamur, tahu. I'll usually ask. I like really plain bakso, so I'll just ask for like bakso with soup, and then I won't ask for like tahu or anything, but I'll ask for a lot of the greens. I'll ask for a lot of greens and sambal. That's it, and then I'll ask for noodles. Very, very happy, but I don't usually ask for like. I usually ask for like alus and urat, I guess, but I think my favorite bakso personally is like bakso ikan. I love bakso ikan with like the isi inside. Do you know what I mean? Do you know which one I'm talking about? Like the one in Bandung, the one that they have, the white one with like a very delicate, with a very like isinya apa sih? Isinya yang gurih banget. It's not cireng. There's like a bakso ikan it's boiled. It's like a full bakso, but like the inside of it has, it's like some other daging, kayak daging ayam atau something else that they have It's like rasanya apa ya? Kayak gurih banget. Inside the bakso there's urat and then there's some so there's like tendon and then there's chunks of meat and fat in this meatball. It took 3 people to take the whole damn thing out. I mean, as it should. That's insane. Oh my god, look at all the condiments. Yeah, this is usually what I eat it with. But I eat it with the clear noodles. I don't eat it with like that noodle. Oh my god. Not vampire. It's different. But let's see what this let's see this girl eat it. Oh my god, is that a fucking cake knife?
Butuh beberapa orang untuk ngangkatnya, itu PR banget loh, berat banget ngelihatnya. Dan yang pasti ini panas banget. Nah, kalau kalian pesen bakso penger berat 30 kilo ini, nggak hanya ini sih, berat-berat yang lain juga kalian bisa mendapatkan semangkok pangsit goreng. Terus ada
okay, she's just telling you that you got, if you order the big ones, then you'll get all of this on the side as well.
Gue pesen minumnya. Di sini nggak hanya bakso yang jumbo, guys. Minumannya juga jumbo.
She's saying that the bakso is not the only thing that's jumbo. The drinks are also jumbo. Okay, but like, that's sort of standard, girl. If you ask for an upsize, usually they'll give that to you. That's like that's like just an that's the kind of shit they give you for like teh tawar.
Nah, ini ada perbandingannya nih, yang gelas biasa. Ini pun jumbo menurut gua. Lihat, ini yang gelas kecil.
Kecilnya masih gede ya? That small one is still big.
Gede banget, guys. Ya ampun, gue udah gak sabar nih buat makan.
She's just like, I can't wait, I want to eat.
Jadi untuk proses membelahnya.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let's see how they open it. This is crazy.
Ini ada cat-catnya, guys, untuk.
Yeah, this is insane. Oh my god, what do they have inside? It's bleeding! Oh my god! You're killing the cow! Oh my god! Oh my god, Bambi, no. Oh, ada isi sambal. There's filling. Oh my god. Oh my god, what does it have on the inside? Looks like quail eggs and like a whole other menu inside. Oh my god, that fork! I just realized it's fucking huge.
Masih ada asapnya.
Oh my god, that meatball! You guys heard of meatball stew? Have you ever heard of stew meatball? Wait, this is crazy. Bro, that's not a spoon, that's a ladle. I don't even, that's a fucking, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, there's egg too. There's chili. Is that jeroan?
Dan ini telurnya telur utuh ya, guys. Bukan telur yang dipotong-potong.
Oh my god, they give you whole ass boiled eggs, not like the cut shit. Kayak bakso mercon nih, kayak bakso mercon. Dude, but this stew meatball is my Italian OC. Dude, this could feed a whole village. Dude, how much did she pay for this? Did she pay 8? Did she pay 30? That's crazy. This is insane. 120 eggs!
Ini udah dipotong-potong. Jadi ini baru kepalanya aja loh. Tapi kepalanya aja udah berat banget ini.
Oh my god. The biggest one is 8 million, so I guess this is 8 million. That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Kita berdoa dulu. Amin, mari makan.
She just prayed. She's so cute. She's so cute. That and the tiny bowl of noodles. I mean, that's pretty standard for like a giant, I guess. Oh my god. What's that ball made of? It's made of meat. It's beef. I'm pretty sure that's like beef and flour. It has like beef and a binding agent. Yes, girl. I love watching people eat with like gusto. It's so good.
Tapi adonan baksonya itu dagingnya berapa?
She's so funny. She's so cute. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's adorable.
Aku sengaja.
Girl, drink.
Tuh lihat tetelannya.
Oh my god.
Luar biasa.
Oh my god, it looks so good. Yes. Kalau makan jangan sambil ngobrol. She's an influencer. She has to talk while she eats. Okay, let's see. Does the soup taste good? If the soup doesn't taste good, that would be a disappointment.
Bihun. Terus ada ini.
Oh, they have like the fried dough fritter thingies.
Kita makan. Aduk-aduk. Ini gue nggak racik pakai sambal lagi sih karena gue dilihat dari penampakan.
What is it called in English?
Udah pedes banget.
Wrappers? Wonton wrappers? Deep fried wonton. Oh god, yeah. I feel like Indonesians know how to eat, guys. They always have a bunch of different textures, and we have a bunch of different textures in our food. There has to be something crunchy. There's gotta be like some sort of carb. There's gotta be soup. Ordering this on a GoFood would be delivered on a U-Haul. Guys, imagine if this was delivered to you on Uber Eats. I'm pretty sure they would have to come in a U-Haul. Pallet delivery. It would have to be escorted by like the police or something to make sure you would get there safely. You wouldn't even be able to like use the motorbike at this point. Oh, that bounce it done. I'm gonna get a midnight second. That's on you. Send my cargo plane. Oh my god, yeah. If you bought this to Tokopedia, they would only offer cargo. Oh my god, that looks so good, guys. Guys, that looks so good.
Telurnya aja pateng loh. Dan pedesnya meresap ke dalam telur.
It's just so funny.
Luar biasa.
It's so enjoyable watching her eat. It's a chicken egg, dude. They're big. I said quail eggs because I completely forgot that this baso is huge. 120 chicken eggs. Oh my god. Guys, this is crazy. Oh my god. Yes, girl. Eat! Eat! What food? This is a 30-kilogram meatball, like a stuffed meatball. A meatball with stew inside. You've heard of meatball stew. Have you heard of stew meatball? They put 120 chicken eggs and then the mom and the dad. You know what I mean? I wonder if the baso is tender. It looks pretty tender, does it not? Artemis 2 mission for this baso. Have you guys seen the recent moon photos? Does it remind you of anything? Yum 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 yum. Big meatball in the sky.
Ternyata bisa tergantung request mau pedas atau enggak gitu. Tapi kalau nggak pedas nggak afdol, guys.
You can order it not spicy, but if it's not spicy, then it's not fine. Oh, it looks good. Okay, wait, she's finally eating the baso. Okay, is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Hey, Doomlab!
Mau coba makan pakai ini.
She wants to try eating with the big utensils. She's so funny. Oh my god, girl, don't eat the whole thing.
Sumpah. Wah, mantep ini kepala.
Oh my god. Yes, girl, eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's so cute.
Nih kayak bau pacul.
She's so cute. She's so cute. Astagfirullah, Mbak. Mbak.
Enak basonya. Jadi gue makan dari ujung sampai ujung.
It's not a pie. It's made of meat. That's meat.
Kalau kalian rencana ke Jogja, wajib banget cobain mampir.
Oh my god, that's insane. Wait, guys, we actually watched till the end of the goddamn video. It was so interesting. I love her. I love her so much. I gotta subscribe to this girl. She's so funny. Oh, is she gonna finish all that? I don't think she's gonna finish it. She's probably... Wait. What are they doing? She asked for it to go. She asked for it to go. Oh my god. sambal there is real spicy though. If you ever go there, don't put too much. I love makanan pedas though. Kalau nggak pedas nggak seru. Oh my god, you need a fucking pelican case to top all this. It's so good. Wait, I want to see how they package it too. How do they prepare it for Teko? They're probably so used to it.
Abis ini gue mau upload bakso mega bendung.
Oh my god, her next vlog. Oh my god, what kind of fucking bakso is that? It's black! What do they put in it? Noriep?
So ditungguin ya.
Oh my god! What the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh my god, she's so fun. I love her. I think I found my new favorite YouTuber, guys. It's either charcoal or squidding. It looks like onde. Oh my god, I want onde. The Indonesians and their fascination for round things. She does got that goofy ass energy. She's so cute, guys. I don't know if it comes across with like despite the language barrier, but she's adorable. She's so cute. she's so silly. She got that whimsy. She has that whimsy in her. Oh my god, she's so funny. Okay, I gotta go sleep, guys. It's already 12:30. I still have stream tomorrow. But yeah, she's so whimsical. Oh my god, Indonesian food reviewers, food review channels, food vloggers, they're so fucking funny. They're crazy. They're like insane. We love them. We love them here. We love our social media stars. But yeah, anyway, shall we raid somebody? Wait, give me a second. We should probably raid somebody. Oh. Language 0%, understanding 100%. Indo food bloggers feel like they do sort of feel like American food vloggers. I'm not gonna lie, that they do. All right, sorry, we need to go. We need to raid somebody and go. All right, who are we gonna raid? We could raid Stahl. Stahl's doing co-working. We could also raid let's see, we could raid Northern Lion because he's finally back. We could also raid, should we raid like a food tuber? Should we raid a food tuber maybe? Maybe we should find somebody. Food VTuber. Who is streaming? Who is talking about food? Nobody else is talking about food? Sucks. That sucks. Should we raid Northern Lion then? You said raiding him is hilarious. Let me see. It's either that or we raid Stall, we raid Northern Lion, or we raid one of my friends is playing RuneScape. She's old and she loves yapping actually, so I think we're gonna send I think I'm gonna send you guys over to Humi. I'm gonna raid Humi now. Okay, I'm raiding Hugh. She's playing RuneScape. I don't know why, but she's old. She's fun. We love her. I've been her friend for a really long time, but I hope you guys have fun over in Hugh's stream. It was really fun chatting with you guys, but alas, we gotta go. So this was your favorite Hikini food Trini idol Rachie. Over now, Otsukarichi. Dada! Dada! Da 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 da.